Well, hi again. You know what I'm doing today is making a new one of these because I can't find gauges to fit these holes unless I use original ones, and my guess is they're pretty hard to find. Because I can't find gauges to fit these holes. I might just use some autometer gauges. I'll have a look on the autometer site and see what I like. Anyway, what I have done this morning is made a new plate here. Now I've also made one for this side. I'm going to put a hinge on that, a handle on it, turn it into a little glove box. I'm also going to make a template for here and fill that in as well. Hang around and see what I get up to. So from behind here I've just marked out the holes. I'll drill them out, put some nuts and bolts in them so that I can bolt the plate up. I've also got to devise a way up to hinge this plate here. And also devise a way to put a bit of a locking mechanism up in here. And in a few minutes, I've got a brand new dash fascia. What I'll do now is make a template of this thing here. Well, I just put a piece of paper on the dash there. And I just rubbed my finger around it. Gave a dirty mark, seeing as my hands are a bit dirty. And it was enough just to draw around it. And then I've come in again just by hand. 3 mil, bit over 3 mil. I'm just going to cut that out, see if it all fits. So with that roughly cut out, it's time to just grind it all up on the linisher. And after about 20 minutes of grinding, there we have that plate there. Now that I've got these bolted in, I reckon that looks really good. All I've got to do now is figure out how to make this hinge forward and lock. Getting back to these panels here, I'll utilise these for a speedo and a couple of gauges, and also this one will still be able to hold 250mm gauges if I wanted to. If I can get all the gauges in this one, that'd be pretty cool. And maybe just put an old clock or something in here. I don't know yet. I'm just going to have to go online and see what my options are. Well, I've been mucking around for about a day now, trying to figure out how to make these hinges for the glove box lid. Come up with a few different designs and nothing that was really working. And I figured out that it won't work the way I want it to work because the arc point or the pivot point from where the arc is of the glove box lid just won't work in it. It'll have to be a lot lower than where I have the support bar for the dash itself. So I've come up with another idea. This one here. So it's going to be a double hinged thing, or probably a 4-hinged thing. And I'll give you a look. And with a whole heap of cutting and grinding, I've come up with this contraption. As you can see, it pivots from here, here, and here. So I guess that's not 4 points, but 3. And what that's going to do is come down and all the way around. The glove box lid being welded to this bit here or bolted. I haven't decided yet. I've got 2 going on here. That one will do the same thing. I'll pop this dash in and you'll be able to see how it works. Okay, I've got this dash sitting in here. And you might have noticed that I've got some gauges going on here. Nah, I don't. They're just a bit of paper. Printed them out because I wanted to see what it'd look like. Anyway, back to this. Now that this is sitting here, you can see a little bit better at how this is going to work. And with them down there, and you'll have the glove box lid down here, I think this is going to work. So I'll put the glove box lid on just for the moment. I'll get up behind here and I'll figure out where these tabs are going to sit on the glove box lid. Fingers crossed that this is all going to work. Just before I position those hinges on this lid, some of you out there might think, well, why don't I just put a hinge across the bottom here? Well, to do that, you actually see the hinge right along the bottom. I guess that wouldn't be so bad because the hood has a hinge all the way through the centre. But it's not what I was going for. And I really don't want to see a hinge across here. This is why I'm going to so much pains to see if I can get these hinges to sit in the position I like so that the glove box lid sits just like that. So with a couple of holes just drilled in the lid there, I countersunk them in so it looks neat. That's going to work well. I might even be able to put a couple little cup holders on there. And as that sits like that, it could be just a cup holder. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in an accident and have your body come into that. I reckon that'll hurt. So I'll probably have to put a bit of padding around that. And I like how it flips up like that. I reckon that's going to work well. It's going to need a little handle here, somewhere here, or maybe two handles on either side, because you kind of got to pick it up. It's fighting me now. Worked earlier. There we are. And put it in like that. So I might just need two handles there so you sort of pick it out. So you kind of take it out like this. Well, with two hands. Can't show you with two hands because I'm holding this camera. Anyway, I guess that's the next thing I've got to work out. So as you can see, I've got all this thing working here. Well, you know, it's going to need a little bit more tweaking, but for now I reckon it's all right. What I need to consider now is a handle. Now I grabbed this from the wreckers some time ago, and I was going to use them for the doors. I grabbed some other ones as well, and I'm also undecided on which ones I'm going to use. Well, as karma has it, I actually bought 3 of these. Maybe someone upstairs is telling me this is supposed to go here. With a push button lock here, you could still utilize this, and I believe this should be enough handle for you to be able to pull it out and it sweep down neatly. I'm really unsure about using this, so maybe you guys can let me know in the comments below. What should I use? This, or make my own little metal one? Just a little one. Keeping in mind that a little handle might not cut it. Anyway, I'll put this on the back burner for a little while and I'll start on something else. So another thing to do in this glove box area here is to make an actual tray in here. What I've done is just made a template out of some cardboard. I'm just going to trace it on a bit of metal, cut it out, and probably put it in from underneath. That way I can put a couple of screws in from underneath, and if I ever need to take it out for whatever reason, it'll be pretty easy to do. And with a few cuts of the angle grinder and a little bit of a bend where my thumb is there, we have a glove box floor. I'm going to go chuck it under the dash now. So there's the glove box floor there. Just got it on with a vice grip for the moment. I'll screw some holes down the sides from underneath, and then I'll assemble it all back together again. And there we have it. Couple of screws. And now we've got a glove box floor. Time to put this whole dash back together once more. With this all back together again, you can see the glove box lid and the tray in there. Now I may leave that section there open, I don't know, or I might put a wall there or something. That's not really important at the moment. Neither again is this glove box really. I should be doing other stuff, but I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I can even close it with one hand. I guess that's the way a glove box lid should be, and why I needed to spend some time on it to get it right. Catch us all later.